It isn't as if South Korea's presidential scandal needed any bizarre new tangents, but on Tuesday morning it got one anyway. A man reportedly saying he wanted to help Choi Soon-sil meet the death that she said her sins deserved, attacked the Supreme Prosecutor's office in Seoul with a digger he'd driven hundreds of kilometers on the back of a truck for the purpose. After a night in emergency detention, Choi herself was brought back before prosecutors, handcuffed and in prison uniform, to face further questioning over allegations of corruption and improperly influencing the decisions of the president.
This is not the first time that a president's aides have committed corruption. But those people had an official role in government. It is difficult to find a precedent where the intervention was so deep and wide as is in this case.
President Park apologized on Tuesday for sharing draft speeches with her friend, but it did little to limit the damage. Her approval rating now hovers at about 10%. Her relationship with Choi goes back decades to when both women were in their 20s, and Park's father was South Korea's strongman leader. Choi's father, who led a religious group accused of being a shamanistic cult, had become Park's mentor. That background explains some of the anger behind protests such as this one. It's an open goal for North Korea, which says the scandal has left the South boiling like a porridge pot.
The Park Geun-hye group doesn't have its own political direction and thinking, nor the ability to take full responsibility for consequences of its acts. So anyone who deals with it will be blamed together with the South of Korea for causing the deterioration of the peace and security of the Korean peninsula.
South Korea's three main opposition parties met on Tuesday to sketch out a common position. They called on the president to waive her executive privilege and allow a full investigation, and said they would push for a new law to allow the National Assembly to appoint a special prosecutor. But they didn't call for President Park's impeachment or her resignation. Analysts say the president's political opponents would rather see her clinging on in power, wounded, until the next presidential election in December of next year. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Seoul.